Hello, friends. Hello to everybody, especially all of you in Ontario. Today, we just received, on one hand, you could say a bit of a heartbreaking news that we will be heading into a state of emergency, and we have a stay-at-home order being put in place Thursday morning. So I am, feeling and hearing a lot of the emotion in regards to that right now. I know there's a lot of fear. I know there's a lot of anger and frustration. I know a lot of you are dealing not only with your own emotions around that, but also the emotions of your children. I know some of the kids are not happy about that. And it's hard being a parent as well because, sometimes it's the messenger that gets attacked, even though it isn't necessarily your doing or your choice. I just wanted to send a few messages out. I just went for a walk and had a chat, filled my own children in who are fairly young, but it still affects them on what's happening. And just did a connection. It's always stronger when I'm outside. And first off, I just wanted to say I'm definitely feeling the collective energy of that. And many of you are probably the same, especially those of you who are light workers or empaths or sensitive. I know for me, it came in as an overwhelming, pit in my stomach with nausea associated with that. It was like, boom, there it was. Everybody figured out the news. You could feel it almost as it came in. I know other people are experiencing dizziness, vertigo. You may be experiencing some more extreme emotions with that. So whether that is tears, sadness, grief, anger, sometimes we even flip the other way and we get super motivated and excited. So it can go, you can experience it in a variety of ways. So know that is all normal. That's part of the process. That's part of being the human collective, is that we are connected to each other and we're going to feel each other's emotions, especially when they're really strong like this. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It doesn't mean that you're not as strong as anybody else. It just means that you're feeling it. It's a feeling, and let that ride out. The one thing that I wanted to share is because I'm really feeling this fear and anger in the collective, but for me, I am feeling an overwhelming sense of calm. And I had the same thing the first time this hit. So you can call me crazy, but I have been really trying to connect in with my higher self and the guides that I've seen. And today has been interesting, even before the news came out. I had this wonderful experience working with someone earlier today where this group of angels just came in and they put their hands down on everyone's shoulders. And the message was, do not be afraid. You are protected. And not just, myself and the person that I was speaking with, but everybody. We are protected. There's this battle, you could say, that we're going through right now, and there's a lot of darkness that's coming forward, and there's a lot of fear that's associated with that. But one of the things that I know about humanity is that humanity rises up. Humanity is very courageous. And I also can feel that there is a lot of protection for us. And I know there's a lot of theories circulating around right now, and it's really up to each individual to tune into what resonates with you, or even just what brings you comfort. Even if you don't know if something is true or not, if it brings you comfort right now, maybe that's enough. Maybe we don't need the proof yet. Maybe we don't need the evidence yet, but maybe we just need that little bit of hope. And I wanted to pop on real quick to send this out to let you know that I am feeling a lot of hope and I am feeling a lot of calm. Now, do I think that we're going to maybe see some things that generate some fear in us in the next couple weeks and months? Yeah, I do. I do. But my guides have been clear from the very beginning that whatever we see that generates fear in us is okay, and it's an opportunity for us to step through the fear. And specifically, I was told that things are going to appear a lot worse in our minds than they truly are in our reality. Okay, so things are going to feel a lot worse than they really are. And I know a lot of us are grappling with what is true and what is not true right now. And that, while I do believe that there is a truth, there is a universal truth, I think it is each person's journey to discover that in their own time. And, I'm always happy to share what I'm feeling or what I'm sensing at a specific time, but I don't want to push it on anybody because it is your journey to walk. And if you are feeling afraid, if you are feeling overwhelmed, please reach out to me, and I'm happy to listen, and I'm happy to share if you want me to share, or I'm happy to simply listen and hold space for wherever you're at, for whatever you are comfortable to see, for whatever you are comfortable to feel in that particular moment. And for those of you, and I know there's those of you out there with me that are feeling calm right now, are feeling relatively good, are ready for this next stage. Maybe you're getting information, maybe you're getting downloads, maybe you've done some research that has given you that sense of calm, then that's great. Or maybe you just feel it and you don't know why. But know that for those of you who are feeling that you are also playing a very important role in remaining calm and in holding that energy on the planet. And as we do that and we cultivate that, we share that into the collective. Just like, a few hours ago, we all shared that fear and frustration in the collective. The reverse can be true. So, really take this opportunity, if you can access that, to access it and amplify it so it's anchored in the field and others can grab onto it. Others can draw from that sense of calm if they need to. I just had a really lovely conversation with my own daughters about the lockdown and what that means in terms of, not being able to maybe go out and explore as much as we need to. And they were definitely upset about that news. But I shared with them what I see for the future, and that for me, part of this process is, in a 3 and 5 year old terms, is finding all of those monsters that have been causing us to be afraid. All of those monsters that have been hurting or hiding in the closets, or scaring us or scaring other kids, that, in this next month or two, we're going to find them. And we are not going to allow them to scare or hurt anybody else anymore. And the question I asked them is, I know that the next month of staying inside and not being able to go out really sucks. It really sucks. But if it meant that at the end that, both us and other kids had more freedom, never had to worry about monsters ever again, would it be worth it? Could they do it? And they thought about it for a second, not too long, and they said, yeah, Mom, yeah, we can do that. That's a good plan, and this is little kids. I know some of you have older kids. You're going to have to frame it differently, or frame it for your family and what makes sense for you. But I truly feel that this is the time where all of the things that have been hiding in the shadows, all of the things that have not been working for humanity is going to come to the surface, and we're going to see it. And sometimes, seeing our shadow is not a pleasant thing. It's a scary thing. But once we see it and we know what it is, we can name it and we can change it. And we have the power now so that it no longer controls us. Once we see something and we know what it is, it can't control us anymore. And I truly feel that that's what we're heading into. I know there's other possibilities. There's other timelines that we could go down. But I also know that where we put our focus is where we end up. So focus on the thing that's going to bring you to that future that you want, and be aware and be prepared, and still be realistic in that process, but hold the hope. Because if you hold the hope, you hold the hope for other people, and you allow them to step into that feeling. And if there's people close to you that, you may be tapped into, or you may be worried about, or maybe know that they're going to have a tough time with that, with this next few weeks or longer, reach out to them. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Let them know that they can reach out to you if they're having a bad day, even if it's just to tell you what's going on. You don't have to solve everybody's problems, but this is the time for us to rise up and just listen. We don't have to tell people what the path is. We can simply walk beside them and be their company for a little while. So love to you all. And know that you can always private message me, send me a message, whatever. I'm happy to listen. And looks like I'm going to have a little more time too. So, take a breath. It's all going to be okay. We are all going to be okay. Humanity is going to be okay.